have yet to split for sleeves. This is the current read. He's such a handsome boy. Hi, handsome boy. I look a little rough, but look at him. He's licking my fingers. Are we done? Afterwards, I'm going to try to read. I have two books that I'm currently working on. It is Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy, and then Wednesday's Child, like the short story collection by Yi Yun Lee.
I took a picture when I meant to. Are you ready? Yeah.
That was so good.
I was so scared.
No, you did good.
Good job! Good job! Good job, Donkey! Good job! Come a little bit closer to this one.
Either completely boxed or we'll just do like a bulk box for, you know, $10 or something. So, yeah, we'll see what offer we can make.
Pretty excited to pick this one up. I also know a lot of people with dogs, so I want to see if this is something that they would like. And then I found two other NYRBs. This one is called The Unrest Cure and Other Stories by an author named Saki, but his real name is H.H. Monroe. Interesting. It looks very gothic. There's some really interesting pictures in there. And then this one is called The 10,000 Things by Maria Dermotte. And then I picked up an Anne Patchett. Two more used ones is this copy of Kitchen by Banana Yoshimoto. Banana Yoshimoto is one of my favorite authors, and this copy is annotated by someone, which is nice. So I'm pretty happy with this find. And then I also found Goodbye Tsumugi. I thought that the description was really interesting when I first encountered it at Kinokuniya in Seattle, and I just happened to stumble upon a copy of it. So yeah, it is very exciting. I love Banana Yoshimoto. I read Kitchen last year over the summer when I was on my plane ride to Japan, and it was just perfect. It was like a really good read before a trip. I feel it kind of brought me a comfort of home, even though the story was not relatable in any way. Love Banana Yoshimoto for that. And then the only new book that I picked up today was A Room with a View by E.M. Forster. I did find copies of this at Half Price Books, but it wasn't a cover I liked. They also were all very old, which is fine, but it was more so that I felt that I would not enjoy it if it didn't have a pretty cover, which is maybe vain to say, but this one is only $9, so so price isn't bad, and I thought that the cover was very interesting. And I have a few books from this publisher, so it feels like it would be a part of something, part of a set. But I thought that this sounded really interesting when Beware of Pity recommended it, and I think it's a really good summary book because it's set in Italy. But I also feel like I have so many summary books that I want to get to. I still need to finish Bonjour's Tristesse, and then I want to finish My Brilliant Friend before I start this, but I have midterms, and I don't know if I'm gonna have any time to read this weekend. Maybe I will try to, as a way to unwind before my test at some point, but I honestly need to do some reading tonight for school and review my notes, so I'm gonna do that instead.
I think that's for.
I saw that. Can't give it to her for another year. It says so on the box.
It is admirable, but with this, you can add, like what they do in Europe, they add the seltzer.
I'm gonna try steeping some jasmine tea in the water. So hopefully this works out. Because this only needs a cup of water.